What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Ricardo, your NBA sports journalist, and today we are taking a small break from the serious playoff breakdown content because something happened after the Lakers' Game 6 win over Houston that absolutely broke the internet, and I cannot let it go without giving it the full attention it deserves. LeBron James, 40 years old, fresh off closing out the Houston Rockets, heading into a second-round series against OKC, where the computers give him a 9.1% chance of winning, looked at Houston Texans pass rusher Will Anderson Jr. and called him his fourth child. His fourth child. I am not making this up. This actually happened. This is real life. This is the world we are living in right now, and honestly, I would not have it any other way. Here is the full story for anybody who missed it. After the Lakers won Game 6 and were celebrating on the floor, LeBron James went down. Whether he slipped or was bumped, it does not matter. And Will Anderson Jr., who was apparently at the game, came over and helped him up off the floor. Just a nice moment, right? Sportsmanship, celebrity interaction, two elite athletes crossing paths after a big win. Very wholesome, very normal. Except LeBron James looked at Will Anderson Jr. and apparently saw his son Bronny staring back at him. Because the resemblance between Will Anderson and Bronny James is genuinely something that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The facial structure, the build, the whole vibe. People on the internet have apparently been talking about this comparison for a while, and LeBron himself clearly knew about it, because the moment he saw Anderson helping him up, he did not say thank you like a normal person. He looked at this NFL star, one of the best young pass rushers in the entire league, and jokingly called him his fourth child. Fourth child, not a friend, not a fan. His fourth child. And now the entire internet is on fire, and honestly, I am here for every single second of it. Let me just talk about Will Anderson for a second, because I think some people in the basketball world might not fully appreciate who LeBron just casually claimed as his offspring. Will Anderson Jr. is a Houston Texans defensive end. He was the third overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. He has been one of the most disruptive pass rushers in the AFC over the past 2 seasons. This is not some random person who wandered onto the floor. This is a genuine NFL superstar who LeBron James just publicly adopted through a joke at a playoff celebration. And Will Anderson's reaction? Reportedly, he was completely cool about it. Laughed it off. Which honestly makes it even better. Because imagine being a top 5 NFL draft pick, one of the best defensive players in the league, and the greatest basketball player of his generation looks at you after a playoff win and says, "You look like his kid." What do you even do with that? How do you process that moment? You laugh. That is the only appropriate response. Now let us talk about the Bronny James comparison, because this is the part that really sent social media into overdrive. Bronny James, LeBron's actual son, a Lakers guard who has been developing this season, does share some physical similarities with Will Anderson. The internet picked up on this a while ago, and it became one of those running jokes that circulates on NBA Twitter every few months. But nobody expected LeBron himself to acknowledge it. Nobody expected the man to literally look Will Anderson in the face and say out loud what everyone had been thinking privately. That is what makes this moment so special. LeBron James is many things. Generational talent, business mogul, playoff warrior, 4-time champion. But what people sometimes forget is that he is also genuinely funny. Not forced funny, not PR team funny, not trying too hard to be relatable funny. Actually funny. The kind of funny where the joke lands perfectly because it comes from a real place and hits at exactly the right moment with exactly the right delivery. Calling Will Anderson your fourth child after he helps you up off the floor is a top 5 LeBron moment of the year, and I will not hear otherwise. But here is what I actually want to talk about beyond just the funny clip, because this moment, as silly and lighthearted as it is, says something important about where LeBron James is right now. This is a man who just closed out a playoff series, who is heading into one of the most difficult second-round matchups imaginable against Oklahoma City, who has every reason in the world to be locked in, serious, focused, carrying the weight of his team's playoff run on his shoulders. And after Game 6, he is on the floor cracking jokes about NFL stars looking like his kids. That is the LeBron James who wins. That is the relaxed, confident, loose version of LeBron who has been in so many big moments that he does not need to manufacture intensity because the intensity is always there underneath. The guys who are pressing, who are scared, who are feeling the pressure. They do not make jokes after closeout games. They go straight to the locker room and talk about the next series. LeBron James helped up a defensive end and called him his son. That is a man who is comfortable. That is a man who just won a basketball game and is enjoying the moment completely before locking back in for what comes next. And if I am an Oklahoma City Thunder fan watching this clip, I am at least a little bit nervous. Because loose, confident, funny LeBron is historically very dangerous LeBron. The cross-sport angle of this whole thing is also worth appreciating. The fact that Will Anderson was at the game in the first place tells you everything about the celebrity culture that surrounds playoff basketball in a market like Los Angeles. Stars come out for these games. Athletes from different sports show up to support and be part of the atmosphere. And when you put LeBron James in a room full of elite athletes from different leagues, moments like this happen. Two of the best players in their respective sports sharing a funny moment that goes viral within minutes and gets everyone talking about basketball, football, family, and celebrity all at the same time. This is the kind of content that reaches people who do not even follow basketball closely. People who have never watched an NBA playoff game in their life saw this clip and got pulled in because it is just genuinely human and funny and relatable. A dad who sees his kid's face everywhere. We all have that person in our life. LeBron just happens to have it with a first-round NFL draft pick. And Bronny James himself, what is he thinking right now? His dad just publicly compared an NFL star to him in front of thousands of people at a playoff game, and then the clip went viral to millions more online. Being Bronny James has to be one of the wildest experiences in professional sports. Your father is LeBron James. You are trying to build your own career in the same league he has dominated for 20 plus years. And now there is an NFL star being called your twin brother by your dad on the floor of a playoff game. Bronny has to have the patience of a saint. The moment also went viral for another reason beyond just the joke itself. It showed LeBron James being helped up, being on the floor, needing assistance. And while it was completely normal, players go down all the time. It was not a fall from injury. It was just a floor moment. The imagery of LeBron being helped up after a playoff win by a younger athlete did not go unnoticed. People on the internet being what they are, some took it as a metaphor. LeBron being carried by the next generation, the torch passing, the old king being helped to his feet. I think that is reading way too deeply into a basketball floor moment, but I also understand why the image hit differently for some people. Because that is where we are with LeBron right now. Everything means something. Every stumble is a story. Every moment on the floor is analyzed. And yet he gets up, looks at Will Anderson Jr., and makes everyone laugh. That is the response. That is always the response. The 2026 NBA playoffs have given us incredible basketball, stunning upsets, overtime thrillers, and elimination game drama. And now they have given us LeBron James claiming an NFL star as his child. This league never stops giving. I am Ricardo, your NBA sports journalist. And if this video made you laugh even once, smash that like button because this content took real journalistic effort to bring you. Subscribe to the channel for daily NBA and WNBA breakdowns and drop a comment below. Who do you think looks more like Bronny, Will Anderson, or someone else? I want to see the debate in the comments. I will see you in the next one. Game 1, OKC versus Lakers, is coming. And something tells me LeBron is ready.